Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we are working on the elongated arrowhead bracelet that I put together. And um, when I started it out, I thought this is really cool. This is just going the way it's supposed to. I had to follow the pattern kind of closely at first, and then as I got a little further down, it became easier, started making more sense. Um, And it wasn't until I got to the very end when I realized that there was something a little bit off. And I thought maybe I was making a mistake. I double checked the pattern and yeah, I was following it to the letter. But that little green diamond that we have there should not have been like that. Because you'll see next there'll be underneath it a yellow diamond that's the same size, which would make that part of this bracelet a regular arrowhead design and not the elongated one. And I did not notice it at the beginning because, again, I was kind of struggling to kind of get used to how the pattern goes and whatever. And once I get past this little mistake here, it starts to settle into this nice 4-3 zigzag, which is it comes down 4 and then comes in 3 and then comes down 4 and in 3. That's basically how the elongated arrowhead is. The regular arrowhead, the one that I'm like most accustomed to, is a 5-3. Comes in 5 knots, jumps in 3, comes down 5. So once we get past this little stage here, you can see like how like the orange makes that little 2x2 diamond. The yellow should have had one after it, and it just goes to prove that even after all these years and all the planning and everything else, I can still make a mistake. And the fun part is I challenged a few people to see if they could find the mistake. And nope, it has to be pointed out. So I'm really confident that unless a person has watched this video and then buys the bracelet, that whoever gets it will never notice it. It really, because it's symmetrical on both sides, it seems very deliberate. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool. And that's one of the fun things that symmetry can do to a pattern, is hide the little flaws. So there you go. This bracelet took a couple hours, like 2 hours and a couple minutes kind of thing, like almost exactly 2 hours, which is okay. I mean, it's the smaller strings. It's it is what it is. I kind of not exactly used to it, so there was a bit of double checking and making sure that the pattern looked like it was on course. And yeah, it was not too terribly bad. So yeah, there's 8 colors, 16 strings. I can't tell you the kumi number. I have no idea. Mandy threw them together for me because when I cut up the string, I cut up basically 3 sets by using a skein of each of the 8 colors, and I just had her make 3 kumis, and she threw it together so fast. It was amazing. So yeah, I don't know if there was even a pattern number used. You can't do much when it's only 8 colors, or 8 strings in a kumi. You can't, like, there's not a lot of variance or whatever, because that's like the minimum number you need to actually make one of those braids. So, oh, and the good news is in the near future, we're going to do a bunch of recordings and show you how those loops are made. And you can even go and take the same idea and turn it into a whole bracelet if you want. But we're gonna cover some of that stuff here coming up. Pretty excited about it. Oh, again, this really used a lot of the orange and the red strings. It definitely does not use the strings very evenly, so kind of just use some caution on how you cut your floss. Again, I cut it in thirds. It works out really well for me. Again, I can get like 3 bracelets out of the 8 skeins. If I was making it smaller, like a 12-string bracelet, I would only need 6. So it's kind of up to you, but there is something to be said for making sure that you can do the whole pattern without running out. Trying to see where we are. I'm looking. I got the bracelet in my hand, so yeah, we're coming in towards the middle. Oh, if I could change anything about it, I think I would have maybe have made the pattern have the red just be a little bit darker, because I kept having trouble discerning which one was red and which is the orange in the pattern itself. But that said, that's such a small detail, easily rectified. I could even go back, take the pattern, select by color on the red one, and change it to anything I want. So just a little nuancy thing, but that kind of came up periodically with making this. Kind of got a little concerned about making sure I had the right strings. Yeah, here's the middle of it. So because this is the middle, my little reminder to myself that I need to thank my YouTube members for making this possible. They get to see stuff like behind the scenes making videos, and special things for the chats and the hangouts on the first Sunday of the month, and just a bunch of little benefits. It's about $4 a month to join. That's USD, 5 if you're in Singapore. I don't know why the currency thing is so off, but whatever. But it's a great way of helping support this creator, because I don't make a lot from YouTube. That's an understatement. I know that Linus Tech and Charlie have both kind of said that, like, oh, they don't want to do members and have videos that are paywalled and stuff. And it's like, I get it. If you're a millionaire, you don't need these things. It's, you know, it's the smaller creators that are trying to drum up a little bit of excitement and do what we can to try to make this thing work. So just because other YouTubers are making a fortune, don't get the idea like it's happening for me. You'll know when I'm making a fortune. You'll know because Mandy will become a full-time employee, and we'll be making so much more content and doing so many more things, because I'll have somebody else to actually help me create stuff and you know, edit the videos and do things. So yeah, you'll know when I hit that level. Cool thing too is I'm actually live streaming right now, like this whole video, getting warmed up and actually doing this voiceover, all happening live. So it's kind of cool. Let's see. Yeah, this not a lot of the bracelet left to go. I think I kind of covered most of the things I was thinking about while I made it, like the fact that, well, towards the end is when I discovered the mistake. But yeah, it has an interesting, once you kind of get into the rhythm, it sort of makes sense that the whole, again, it's knowing that it's a 4/3, it's kind of easy to spot what you're doing. You come down 4, go back 3. Sort of makes it kind of easier, I guess. Again, still not a beginner's bracelet. There are some pitfalls with the edges, trying to keep it kind of nice and straight along the edge. That's sort of a trick. It's just about consistency and trying to pull the knots in tight, making sure that the tension is consistent. That's going to be the tough part. I wonder if, with this sped up, if you'll see where I sort of started questioning things. I'm not sure. I haven't actually watched the video through. Typically, I record these and then speed it up, and then I just watch it kind of firsthand and talk about it. So I don't actually know what's actually in the video, what you can see and what you can't. See, that was normal. The string came in for change directions. And you can see from my video, you can see how I segment knot it, so that way I can kind of get it going as fast as I do. Like that plays a big part in why it doesn't take that long for me to make these bracelets, is the systematic segment knotting of it. Yeah. Oh, and I tend to favor doing the right side first. I don't know if you noticed that. I kind of realize, like, as I go along, that is sort of a thing that I do, is I get the right side done first and then follow it up with the left side. Yeah. Yeah, you don't see it. Yeah, I kind of thought there'd be a spot in there where I kind of stopped and kind of look at it and go, wait, what? Because that definitely happened. There was definitely a question in there, like, hang on, that green went, farther than normal. So I don't know. I don't know how I missed it. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.